Stephen, Howson, I nearly said full-time Devils, but you know what? Let's say it, full-time Devils. But this isn't on full-time Devils. You're getting a treat. I am at the full-time Devils HQ though, as you can see. Manchester United won Zorya Luhansk. Never going to hear from him again, are we? Apart from the second leg that we have to play. It was a rubbish performance. Let's not paint it any other way than it is. It was an absolutely dreadful, turgid performance. If you'd have told me Louis van Gaal was in that seat last night, tonight, I'd have believed you. Because what else was there to disprove it? It was the same thing, and I hope there's an element of Jose Mourinho gets a little bit of the same sort of treatment that Van Gaal was getting. People are excusing it a little bit, saying, "Oh, we created some chances." You know what? We created chances under Louis van Gaal as well. The first shot we had on target, I believe at least, anyway, I haven't seen any stats saying otherwise, was the goal. That's absolutely shit. We created loads of chances in the first half, none of them on target, and this was a pretty strong team. If you're only taking Herrera and Blind out of the team for Rojo and Fellaini, that was it. Apart from that, alright, or Romero as well, but it's not like he had a lot of trade tonight, was it? He did fuck all. So, this is worrying. Because if you're saying that the team was good enough, and the team was absolutely good enough, and the substitutions was absolutely good enough, why are we only beating a team of Ukrainian farmers 1-0 at home? This is the sort of game where you've got to turn up and absolutely bitch slap them out of the place. Don't come back to Old Trafford again. You ain't worth it. You and your 21 fans in a corner are not good enough to be playing at this stadium. But we made a game of it. They didn't look good. They didn't look like they was going to put us to the sword. They didn't look like they could... They were shit and they brought us down to their level. And we didn't look like we was prepared to blow them out of it. Yes, they made it tough. Yes, they sat back. Yes, they got men behind the ball and made it tight. But we have to expect that. When do teams not do that at United? Sir Alex had that through his entire reign at United, didn't he? And he found a way to win. There was loads of times you would see United going 0-0 at half-time. He would bollock them all and they'd come out and finish the tie in the first 10-15 minutes of the second half. That's not happened since Sir Alex left. What is the problem with this team? Because you look on paper, you look at the Watford result, you look at the Feyenoord result, you even look at tonight's result. Yes, we got the 3 points. A win is a win at the end of the day, so you can't get too upset at the team. But you have to think there's, are we going to pull a cliche out from last season that it's papering over the cracks? Because that's what it feels like a little bit. It feels like last season, where we're up with a fantastic win against Leicester and then we're down with a shit, flat, turgid performance. And now we're looking to Stoke, who are struggling, and going, if they just come and shut up shop, what the fuck are we going to do? Something needs to be done. If you go through the team, obviously Romero had absolutely nothing to do. Rojo, I've got faith in Rojo, but not as a fullback. I think maybe once Bailly goes to the African Cup of Nations, he's your first choice backup centre-half, but I don't think he's a left-back. Not at all. I would rather see Joe Riley given opportunities. I'd rather see Fosu-Mensah played at left-back than Rojo get any more games at left-back. Now, he's several places down the pecking order. You've got Daley Blind, you've got Luke Shaw, you've got other options, including Damian. That might have been a decent shout to play at left-back, ahead of Rojo, for me at least, anyway. So it's not desperation. We don't need to go and sign someone. The two centre-halves did alright. I thought Bailey had a good game. Smalling played pretty well. Fosu-Mensah, crossing wasn't really on it. Showed his pace getting across and covering at times, which was brilliant to see. But again, didn't really influence the ball with the game with the ball at his feet. You can tell how tired I am. I don't even know what time it is. What time is it? It's gone 1 o'clock. So there you go. That's how late it is. The midfield, Fellaini, again, did the right thing. Didn't really misplace too many passes. It's just what he does isn't good enough. And I think that was evident when you compare his performance with Herrera's performance and the infectious that has on the rest of the team. Pogba didn't do nothing, really. Jesse Lingard, poor display, I think, from Jesse Lingard tonight. Nervous in the final third. Too many times didn't happen for him. Too many times he had the opportunity for something to happen and it didn't come off. Rashford didn't look at the races tonight. Zlatan didn't look at the races tonight. I mean, Mata, almost anonymous. So, not a great team performance. And this is where you say, how is this fixed? Rooney come on, scuffs a shot, manages to pull an assist out of his arse. That Zlatan finishes off for him. And without that, saves the blushes, really. Because that could have easily been 0-0 there tonight. And who knows, their tails get up last 5-10 minutes as it's 0-0. They've got fuck all to lose. They could have gone on and won that tie. which wouldn't have been fair, but that's football sometimes, isn't it? And that's what's terrifying, is that, yes, we don't care about the cup, but if you're going to put a team out in there, the team needs to put a performance in. Otherwise, what's the fucking point in being in it? I won't care if we go out of it, but what worries me is it's such a strong side. If you don't care about it, play the under-23s. Give them some real good game time. But if you're going to play a very strong 11 like that, and you're playing players that I would expect to be playing on Sunday, then I want to see those players start building up some momentum. That means they're going to do something in the league where I do care, because that was just shit tonight. So I'm leaving it on that. Shit performance. Bang it in the comments what you guys think. Hit subscribe, hit like, and I'll fucking see you later. Oh, Snapchat Q&A is now open, so send your snaps, pictures and videos, and I'll do it tomorrow afternoon when I can be asked getting up. Laters.